Hello everyone, welcome back at long last to the Segue Says podcast. I know I said next week last time I saw you, and that was 3 months ago, 4 months ago. What can I say? I've been working on a lot of other projects, which I'm very happy I'll be able to share with you before too long. And I've also been preparing a bunch of great segues for upcoming episodes. And as I mentioned when I did the 100th episode, I wanted to kick off the next 100 by doing something really special. So for the first time, I'd like to bring in a guest artist, my dearest friend, Ms. Leahy Ardon, who helped me come up with this segue in the first place, and we performed it together at one of her recitals. And so I really wanted to have her be a part of this because she was so much an integral part of creating it. Now the two songs are In Your Shoes by Sarah McLachlan off her recent record Shine On, and Don't Dream It's Over by Crowded House, a song we've seen before in this podcast though in a completely different context. Now, the one caveat for this is that we're changing the key of In Your Shoes from D to E flat because it works better for Leahy's vocal range, and that's also the way we came up with this segue in the first place. And I'll tell a little bit more of that story later on. But first, just in case you're not familiar with the songs, as always, we're going to play a little bit of each for you. So this is the first verse and chorus of In Your Shoes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You turn the radio on, play your favorite song and cry. You let it all disappear, push back the doubt and fear. They try to hold your head in their ways. You're breathing on the scene. You're stronger than their hate. Time for you to walk out, walk in your own shoes. Lay down your footprints wherever you choose. Leave it all behind and move on. You're your own woman.
And it goes on to the second verse. I kind of butchered the piano chords in the chorus there. My apologies. But I think you get the idea. It's a very uplifting, very positive song. Much in the same way Don't Dream It's Over is, actually. And so that gives you a general feel of that song. And we were playing the song just for fun last December, I believe, at the end of the school semester.
Yep.
And we had tried it in a few different keys just to find where it would work for her vocal range, and we ended up settling on E flat. And I was thinking, let's see, E flat, this tempo, uplifting idea. I wonder. And I think I said something, and I didn't tell you what I was going to do. I just mischievously said, let me try something here. And so we did the very end of In Your Shoes, which comes out of a bridge section, and then there's a brief outro, and it goes something like this. So from the last bridge, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got a light that always guides you. Think of hope and change as something good. Live your truth and know you're not alone. You turn the radio on, play your favorite song and sing out so loud.
And I just started playing this, which, as I'm sure you know, is the intro to Don't Dream It's Over. And then when I began singing it, by incredible luck, he knew the song, although she had first heard the version by Sixpence None the Richer, which if you haven't...
Great version too.
Yeah, it's a little less common on the radio these days, but if you haven't heard it, definitely check it out because it's phenomenally done. Different key, yes. So since she knew the song, we decided to play it together. It's simple enough, and we went through it, and it sounded really good. So just in case you have somehow forgotten how that song goes, we're just going to do from the intro through the first chorus.
It's good.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
There is freedom within. There is freedom without. Try to
using a paper cup. And there's a battle ahead. Many battles are lost, but you never see the end of the road when you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know that they won't win. Then it goes into the next verse. So as you can hear, songs have pretty much the same tempo, and they're both very uplifting, and for our purposes, they're in the same key. And so we just essentially played them together this way by starting the Don't Dream It's Over intro after basically getting to the end of the bar of the outro of In Your Shoes, which is a concept I've talked about a lot. So, because In Your Shoes originally slows down so loud, it just kind of fades out. But when we're doing this, we rather than slow it down, we just keep it in tempo. I did a little 3, 4, 1. And what I would do, because when we did this in the recital, Leahy was switching from cello to guitar, is I just hold the sustain pedal down to kind of muddy the intro until she had the guitar, and then for years. I don't know why I'm suddenly having trouble with the piano voices here. But
yeah, it's the camera. I feel ya.
It happens. Well, you guys know I mess things up. I did a whole half-an-hour video of bloopers, so that's the way this goes. But, so we'd done that, and it worked, and it was great, and we were really happy with it. And then, so we thought, okay, one-way segue, works well enough. And then Leahy had a fantastic idea. Do you want to tell them what it was, or shall I?
Oh, no. It's your native tongue, so...
All right, well... Well, she asked if there was a way to sing the chorus of Don't Dream It's Over and the chorus of In Your Shoes at the same time. And the chord progressions are very different because In Your Shoes is F minor, A flat, E flat, B flat, whereas Don't Dream It's Over is A flat, B flat, E flat, C minor. But they're in the same key, and the melodies are very pentatonic, so it still works. It puts some of the notes in a different context, but it works. So we thought, okay, let's try this. So we just wanted to play through the chorus with her singing In Your Shoes and with me singing Don't Dream It's Over. And this is how it sounds.
So from there?
Actually, yeah. So what we ended up doing was kicking right back into... So we played In Your Shoes, then Don't Dream It's Over, and after the last chorus of Don't Dream It's Over has sort of a vocal improvisation. It's where the original record fades out. And at the end of that cycle of the chorus, we just jump right back into In Your Shoes. And then that's where we did the double chorus, and it sounded something like this. 1. So this is from the instrument, from the vocal jam chorus. 2, 3. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. Hey now. 1, 2, 3.
Time for you to walk out, walking your own shoes, lay down your foot wherever you choose. Leave it all behind and move on. You're your own boss.
No, they won't win. And as you can hear, both melodies work, and they work well together. They don't clash. Obviously, it's a little muddy because you've got two melodies going on at once, but because we've played both songs in their entirety, and people are pretty likely to know the choruses by now, then it's really not an issue, because it's more for the sake of the trick, if you will, that it doesn't have to sound pristine because everyone already knows the lyrics and the melody, so it's the awe of combining them that matters. Now, there are a couple little adjustments you make rather than just sort of paste songs together. You always do a couple little things. You'll notice, for example, I didn't sing the first Hey Now, of the Don't Dream It's Over chorus because I wanted to give her time to reestablish the In Your Shoes chorus. And then there's one other little thing that we did, because the way In Your Shoes ends is it has a double chorus, then it has the bridge that we played earlier, and then the outro. But by the time you get through both of these songs, it's 6.5 minutes, maybe a little more. And so we don't want to, going back into In Your Shoes, we don't want to take up too much time doing stuff we've already done. So when we did the combined chorus, since we've already done the bridge paired with the outro of In Your Shoes the first time we played it, we decided to take out the bridge the second time and just go straight to the little outro. So from the, because it expedites things a little bit and eliminates any unnecessary redundancy. So the way that would sound, going from the double chorus, 1, 2, 3.
Time for you to rock out, walking in your own shoes, lay down your foot wherever you choose, leave it all behind and move on. You're your own one.
Know that they won't win.
You turn the radio on, play your favorite song and sing out so loud.
And that time we do the slow down and let it fade out mysteriously and naturally, the way In Your Shoes does in the first place. And there you have it. That is In Your Shoes, Don't Dream It's Over, and then combining the two at the end. And I could not have done this without Leahy Ardon's incredible help.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you
It's
so much
exciting.
for joining. It's so great to have you as a guest, as the first official guest in the podcast. My dad and
I
our
feel
corgi
honored.
did interrupt us one time, but I don't
Yeah.
count that.
Yeah,
So
surprise guest.
this has been a new experience, and hopefully it won't be the last time. Hopefully we'll find another segue and we can do this again sometime, because this is fantastic. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this new style of podcast, and hopefully we'll be back to regular updates as soon as possible. I'm doing my best. But thanks as always for watching. Hopefully you liked what you heard. Hopefully you learned something. I'll see you next time.